Hey, what's up, my oil lab? Dr. Jeff here, and I want to dispel the myths. This video is all about Copaiba essential oil versus CBD oil. Now, what I see online, or the education that I receive, or when I interact with somebody, the outcome that they want is always to sell me whichever product that they deem superior. And that's really where a lot of the information out there comes from, is more or less propaganda based on what somebody wants you to purchase. And I'm sure you've had this type of interaction with people before. I'm sure you've seen it out there. But this video, I really want to clear up to you that CBD and Copaiba are two completely different molecules that have completely different actions within our body. And so it's not a matter of what is better than the other. There's synergy when you use both of them, and they both have two completely different mechanisms of action. And so it's really like comparing peppermint to like lime essential oil. They're two completely different classes of molecules. One is menthol, one is limonene. And so the action in the body is completely different. So I want to start with CBD, so cannabidiol. Cannabidiol is a molecule in the oil that comes from the cannabis plant. Now, when you choose a CBD oil, make sure to understand the difference between whole plant CBD and single molecule CBD. There's a massive difference in the quality between the two and the results that you're going to get between those two. So with that being said, make sure you understand the difference. Number two, CBD does not have a direct impact on CB2 receptor sites in our body. Now, within the endocannabinoid system of our body, there's CB1 receptors and CB2 receptors. CB1 receptors are mostly in our brain, and THC stimulates CB1 receptors, and that's how we get that psychoactivity, that high. And most of the time, people using CBD or Copaiba essential oil, the high would be a bit of an inconvenience if you're using it on a daily basis. So good news is neither stimulate CB2 receptor sites. However, CBD does not have a direct stimulation of CB2 receptor sites. It influences and has about 65 molecular targets outside of CB2 receptor sites. So with that being said, when we use CBD, one of the actions that it has is it slows, and everybody has seen or read about the antidepressant or the anti-anxiety effects of CBD oil. Now, the reason why it has those effects is because it slows or inhibits the reuptake of neurotransmitters. For example, when we take an antidepressant or when somebody takes an anti-anxiety drug, they're SSRI medications, which means selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. The problem with SSRI drugs is that it holds the serotonin onto the neurotransmitter receptor site in our brain, causing that receptor site to burn out. When those receptor sites burn out, now we start to have all the black box warnings of those drugs, homicidal tendencies, suicidal tendencies, and all the host of other side effects that occur from taking an SSRI medication. And when those receptor sites burn out, many times we have to change the drug that somebody's taking, or we have to up the dose or alter the dosage of that pharmaceutical. With that being said, CBD oil has an influence that is similar to SSRI medications within our body. So it slows down the reuptake of these certain neurotransmitters, which now give us a very positive antidepressant, anti-anxiety effect. And it also has very soothing properties to many other tissues of our body. So, but again, it doesn't directly stimulate CB2 receptor sites. So that's not the mechanism of action that we're looking for when we use a CBD oil. Now, on the other side of this is Copaiba essential oil. And again, Copaiba essential oil is a very unique oil that has a unique molecule called beta-caryophyllene. Beta-caryophyllene, again, is a cannabinoid. However, it's not from the cannabis plant. Might be confusing to some people. However, Copaiba essential oil comes from the Copaiba tree, which grows in the southern Brazilian rainforest. Now, it's a very difficult process to actually get the oil from the Copaiba tree in the southern Amazon in South Brazil, because the water levels of the Amazon have to be high enough for the harvesters to go out by boat to collect the resin, bring it back, and then distill the oil from the hardened resin of the tree. So if the water levels aren't high enough, they can't get out to harvest, which is why this is a very rare, very special essential oil. Beta-caryophyllene, which is the major molecule in Copaiba essential oil, has, unlike CBD, has a direct influence on CB2 receptor sites in our brain. It does not affect CB1 receptor sites, again, which that is THC, which gives us the high. So Copaiba is a wonderful oil for directly stimulating CB2 receptor sites in our body. Now, when CB2 receptor sites are stimulated, there's multiple things that happen within our body. And the only thing that stimulates CB2 receptor sites directly are certain cannabinoids. And again, beta-caryophyllene is one of these cannabinoids. So now what happens? Well, we have very soothing, very calming CB2 receptor sites. When they're stimulated, support the immune system, support healthy cellular function. And so anytime you want to relax, anytime you want a calming effect from like tissue that is irritating you, or spasms in different parts of your body, or discomfort in different parts of your body, stimulating CB2 receptor sites is a great thing to do and a great solution, because it has very calming, very soothing action to the body tissues and organs of our body. So just a couple really practical applications for this is, number one, it's a daily use oil, because we want to use it on the bottom of our feet, we want to ingest it, we want to put it on our skin, because we want CB2 receptor sites stimulated. Now for infants, like Mila, our daughter, we apply it on the bottom of her feet when she starts to get agitated or upset, because again, it's very calming, very soothing for the nervous system, for the tissues of our body, for the cardiovascular system, for the gut, for almost every body system and every organ. CB2 receptor sites stimulated via beta-caryophyllene is incredibly calming and relaxing to the body. When we use it internally, it's very, just from a vanity standpoint, but also practical, it's very cleansing to the mouth, to the teeth, and to the gums. So it keeps them looking very clean and healthy. And then lastly, when we stimulate CB2 receptor sites in our body, it supports a healthy immune response. So if we have something happening within our body, like if we've had a diagnosed condition, an inflammatory condition, we can use Copaiba essential oil to support healthy levels of inflammation. So again, not that one is better than the other, because they have two completely different mechanisms of action. So the next time somebody comes to you and is trying to sell you a CBD oil or a Copaiba essential oil, really understand the fundamental reason why you would take this or why you would recommend it to somebody, because they have two completely different mechanisms of action. So I hope this helps you guys. If you have any other questions, any other comments, please post this below. And again, if this video impacted you in any way, please share it on your page so that we can have so many more people around the world understand the power of plant-based medicine, essential oils, and also CBD. So we love you guys. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll talk to you next time.